Today is the 8th day on the countdown to NNAMDI Kanu's court case, which is on the 13th. We've done the 10th day, yesterday was the 9th day, and today is the 8th day of this countdown. Yesterday, we demanded very strongly the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, citing lots of reasons, including that people in this country who have committed treason and heinous crimes are walking free. Yet Nnamdi Kanu, with no evidence against him, is languishing in the DSS dungeon. And we hit it hard with lots of facts, pressing that he should immediately be released. Well, today, we are taking it a step further, calling out all those politicians that went to visit him in the DSS dungeon since 2021 till today, snapping pictures with him, talking with him, gisting with him, spreading the pictures in social media, and showing that you went to visit Nnamdi Kanu in the dungeon. All those politicians and big men from the southeast too. We are going to be listing out all of them one by one with the dates they went to visit him, so that they will come and tell us if their visit to Nnamdi Kanu's dungeon was for political reasons, or actually to get him out, to set him free, and to press for his release. Because so far, it seems like all of you that went to visit him, you have forgotten him. So far, it seems that you don't even know, you don't even remember that such a person still exists the same way you went to visit him. He is still there. So today, after doing a digging, I have come out with the list of those politicians from the southeast region who paid Nnamdi Kanu a visit, promising him that they will facilitate his release. But up to today, Nnamdi Kanu is still there. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on notification bell. So calm down and watch this video and listen to the names one by one so that you will know these people who actually paid Nnamdi Kanu a visit. And after visiting Nnamdi Kanu still happened to be in the prison. So was their visit to actually facilitate his release, or was it to score political advantage? Let's go. Number 1, Orji Uzor Kalu. Orji Uzor Kalu visited Nnamdi Kanu on November 29th, 2021 in the DSS dungeon. The former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, and senator representing Abia State visited Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. Orji Uzor Kalu, you went there. You discussed with him. And definitely you promised to bail him out. 2021 is 4 years ago till now. Not only do you not speak about him in public, it seems you have forgotten that such a person exists in the DSS dungeon. So I'm calling upon you today, Orji Uzor Kalu, to either tell us what your visit to DSS dungeon to see Nnamdi Kanu was for. Because if it was for his release, by now, not only will we be seeing the steps you are taking, but Orji Uzor Kalu, you are a very influential senator in Nigeria. We would have seen the results. We would have seen the negotiations. Because you are a leader. People listening to you. Southeast governors listening to you. Senators listening to you. If you rally them together and forge a common front, even Northerners listening to you. And Tinubu is your close friend. So what stop you? What stop you from using your influence to fight for Nnamdi Kanu's release? Today, I'm calling upon you to use your office, to use your influence, and prove that the visit you visited Nnamdi Kanu 2021 was not for politics. It was for actually to see for his release. Orji Uzor Kalu, number 1. Orji Uzor Kalu, go and do this job. Fight for your brother. If Nnamdi Kanu was from the north, you will see all senators, you will see all governors rallying round for him. It doesn't matter what he committed or not. This phobia needs to stop. Orji Uzor Kalu, go and seek for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Number 2 person, Governor Charles Soludo. On May 13, 2022, the governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, visited NNAMDI Kanu in the DSS dungeon. 2022, you visited NNAMDI Kanu. Probably that was during your election period. The pictures are there. Look at the pictures. It's not hiding. Okay, what did you go to do in the DSS dungeon, sir? You went to shake his hand and to know he's because you know all of you politicians, all of you are very smart when it comes to, you know, being very, very sometimes, I'll call it, let's say mischievous, or will I say cunning? Hey, that's the word, cunning. You went to DSS dungeon three years ago. Yes, 3 years ago. And you were hugging NNAMDI Kanu, smiling, chatting, as a governor like you know, trying to find a way, you know, discussing with him. And the man himself felt that, oh, look, my governor is here of Anambra State. That means people are out there fighting for me. And now the man will be saying, come on, what happened? All these people coming to look for me in the DSS cell. Why am I still here? If my governors are standing for me, why am I still here? You people are there. This man is being malhandled by officers, like normal human beings like him in the cell. Treated anyhow, disrespected anyhow, kept in the cell for nothing. Till today, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, there have been no, you know, indictment against him. Why is he still there? Soludo, why can't you go back to those pictures that you snapped with NNAMDI Kanu and know that oh, look at this guy I went to see. Look at this guy I went to see. Why this guy is still here? Let me go. You've forgotten him. So I'm calling upon you today. Please prove to us that that visit you went to visit NNAMDI Kanu was not for political reasons, was not to show for the optics, but was genuine from your heart to seek his release. We are calling upon you now as the governor of Anambra State, a man that has influence. Because recently, President Tinubu came to your state and you gave him a chieftaincy title. So he owes you a lot. You look at the way you pulled crowd for Tinubu, and Tinubu is happy you did that. The whole country, the whole southwest, north, they are all happy at the way you treated their son in Anambra State. So you should also use that opportunity, influence, to rally for his release. It pains me a lot when I look at a high-profile person like NNAMDI Kanu in the cell, and you look at other regions, you don't see any high-profile person in the cell. You don't see anybody in their region who is a face. NNAMDI Kanu is just like you, a face of the Southeast, a man that pulls crowd. He should not be. It's a slap to the Igbo people that one of their leaders, because he is a leader, whether you like it or not, whether you like ban him or you don't ban him, he can even be in Mexico, he can even be in Burkina Faso, Venezuela, and he will still command influence. It is just his nature. It is just God. It doesn't matter, even if you put him in even if you throw him inside a cave, so long as he is NNAMDI Kanu, he will still prove an influence. Don't allow such a person to be in the cell. Soludo, we are charging you to go and fight for his release as you promised him in the DSS dungeon. Let's move on. Number 3, Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Ohanaeze Ndigbo on the May 30th, 2024, led by their President General, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu then, paid a visit to NNAMDI Kanu on May 30th, 2024, which was, Biafra Day last year, 2024. They used that day to pay him a visit and show emotional support and everything. You did what you're supposed to do for the Ndigbo, for your son, but pay NNAMDI Kanu a visit, and now he's still there. Are you going to pay him a visit and go like that? Has Ohanaeze Ndigbo forgotten that the visit you paid him was a show of solidarity and support and a promise to fight for his release? All these visits people are visiting, that's not what he needs. The visit was supposed to be an assurance of, of a promise that you're going to fight for his release. But look at all the signs on our front. Do you see any sign of all these people who have visited Nnamdi Kanu showing efforts to seek for his release? Ohanaeze Ndigbo said for recent, he's even towing another line totally opposite from what Nnamdi Kanu is even towing. Do you people play politics with his incarceration? If you are really Ohanaeze Ndigbo and you want to gain the respect of the Igbos, yes, it is time for you to show your influence by making sure you press for his release as the cultural organization representing Igbo people in Nigeria, Igbo people in Nigerian state. So Ohanaeze Ndigbo, number 3, I'm calling all of you to wake up to your responsibility and press for his release. The same way you went to snap picture and to visit him in the DSS dungeon, the same way you are going to fight for his release, unconditional release. Wake up to your duties and go ahead. Number 4, Honorable Obi Aguocha, member of House of Representatives. On October 24, 2024, Honorable Obi Aguocha, member representing Ikuano, Umuahia North, Umuahia South Federal Constituency of Abia State, visited Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon. This man actually is the member representing Nnamdi Kanu's constituency. Understand? That is Nnamdi Kanu's House of Rep member. So definitely Nnamdi Kanu falls under his jurisdiction. So definitely he has every sacred duty to look after his constituents, and Nnamdi Kanu is part of his constituent. So definitely he went to do his duty. He went to the DSS dungeon. And I want to say something. I have read a lot about Obi Aguocha, and I see the job he's doing in the, in the House of Assembly, mostly when it comes to the Igbo plight. He is one of those people who is trying to gather support for the Igbo plight and also for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So among the people I have called so far, the only person I will see that has been trying to do a lot is this man, Obi Aguocha. And all kudos to him so far. He visited Nnamdi Kanu, he has been pressing, but he's only one man. And remember, he is not as powerful. He is not as powerful or influential. He's just a House of Assembly member. He's not a senator, not a governor. But at least as a House of Assembly member, he is the one that has been doing the most to gather support for Nnamdi Kanu. So we must commend Obi Aguocha. You can type a comment of appreciation for Obi Aguocha of, Abia State, Ikuano, Umuahia South Federal Constituency of Abia State for his job. Well done so far. It's not easy, but the little thing you are doing is being noticed. Thank you very much, Obi Aguocha. Please keep on doing what you're doing, gathering support for him. Don't be afraid. At least it's obvious that you don't have Igbophobia. It's obvious that you're not ashamed of where you come from, not ashamed of your tribe. You are bold and proud, carrying yourself like an Igbo man and doing what is right for your own brother. And one day, God will surely remember you. Thank you very much, Obi Aguocha. Please type a thank you message for Obi Aguocha so far for the job he has been doing for the Igbo people and for securing Nnamdi Kanu's release so far. Number 5, late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. On April 16th, 2024, Ifeanyi Ubah facilitated and accompanied Uchechi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu's wife, during her visit to the DSS facility. So you can see that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah went with Nnamdi Kanu's wife because it seems as if it was difficult for the wife to visit him in the dungeon. So Ifeanyi Ubah had to facilitate this visit and also use the opportunity to accompany the wife to the facility. Another point of note was late Ifeanyi Ubah also did the same for his lawyers when it was also difficult for Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers to visit him in the DSS dungeon few period ago. Ifeanyi Ubah also brokered that deal that allowed the lawyers to visit him in the dungeon. Late Ifeanyi Ubah also visited Nnamdi Kanu those period. So if he was alive today, perhaps I would still call him out and demand for Nnamdi Kanu's release, and for him to put that pressure and also see how we can get Nnamdi Kanu released. But unfortunately, as we all know, Ifeanyi Ubah is late, and so the curtain has been drawn on his life. Be that as it may, this is a primary list of people who visited him. There are people who may not have visited him, but still have the influence to secure his release. And I know, and there are many of them out there. The governors of the Southeast, the senators of the Southeast, the billionaires of the Southeast, and those in the corridors of power that are close to the presidency, influential people around the world, around the country, that can also press for his release. If you are listening to me now, both those of you who are looking for political appointments, those of you who are looking for, who are in politics, those of you who are in civil society, those of you who are into entertainment, everybody now should come out and put hands together and press for his release. I believe if the Igbo nation stands together, stands firm, and makes the demand today for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, they will have no option but to release him. So this is me on my channel, still saying, release Nnamdi Kanu today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notification button so you get updated immediately we release a video. This is the 8-day counting down on Nnamdi Kanu's court case, which will be on the 13th. We continue also from the 7th day, which is tomorrow. We'll continue doing this till we get Nnamdi Kanu out of the cell. I have been your host, Chinedu. Thank you for watching this video. Till I see you next one. Peace.